two eyes. You don't give money. You give money, your children will be spoiled. So working in this country, you'll be earning a lot of money, but please see that you don't pamper your children. So my father was very strict in that. That's why I became a cardiologist, a doctor, a cardiologist. Otherwise, back home I'll be doing something else. So as parents, you have to be strict with your children. You should give them two great assets. One is education. One eye is education. Other eye is health. Right? It's your duty. It's your bounden duty. Please do it. That is why you have come here, to earn money, and so that you can use that money for children's education. At the same time, focus on their health. Only the mother can give health. So that is why the World Health Organization, they are stressing more and more on mother's health. They should be healthy. Then only the entire family will be healthy. Because there is an alarming increase in the maternal mortality and childhood mortality, even today in many countries. That can come down, because in many of the developed countries it is in single digits, but still in Asian countries it is 50s and 60s and 70s per thousand. So that can be brought down in this century. And I was told that 2020, I don't know what is 2020, they said 2020 in Dubai. What is that? Export. Okay. So our ex-president said 2020 India will become a superpower. Any amount of money or arms will not make a superpower. You should be a healthy nation. Then only you can become a superpower. Yes. You don't have to have a, what shall I say, I don't know what is the latest invention in terms of military, your atomic bombs or missiles, that won't make you stronger. A healthy nation. Everybody in the nation should be healthy. A healthy family. Healthy society. So DXN is committed to that. A great visionary, Dr. Lim Soo-Jin. I have great respect for our CEO. Such a simple man. Wonderful human being. And he has started this health revolution. Let us all join with him to get that health revolution to the entire world. Let us all be a part of, a small part. We shall play a small part to help him to do that, that mission, and to make this world little better. Not as a doctor, but as a, health provider. That's, I think, more than being a doctor. You don't have to be a doctor to do that. Anybody can do that. Right? So I thank you very much for being here and appreciate your presence. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ranjan. Let's put our hands together once again for that wonderful speech. How many new members, new people who have come need this product called Ganoderma? How many of you? No, I was just checking. So many new people have come. Around 80% of the audience is new people. How many of them need Ganoderma? I can see so many. Need. Yeah. Everybody, no, the new people. Everybody is raising their hand. So I wanted to inform that it's rightly available outside this door. We have set up a product counter over there. If you would like to get the product, it's readily available there. And the next, Doctor, I'll just tell you about the procedure of the today's rest of the event. Till Maghrib, we will be having speeches by doctors. After Maghrib break, we will come back and we will be setting up a panel here of all the 4 doctors. Then you can ask your doubts. It will be an interactive session. Is that okay? Clear? Okay. So the next person, I'm not introducing much about him because he'll be explaining about himself, but still, he's our reputed guest, Dr. Shivan Arul Selvan, MD, MS Rehabilitation, MS Medical Informatics, Doctor of Education Leadership Studies. He's been graduated from the prestigious Madras Medical College. Later on, he has been shifted to the United States of America, wherein he has been served as a professor in University of California. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome Dr. S. Sivan Arul Selvan.
Good morning. My name is Sivan, Dr. Sivan, and I studied at the Madras Medical College, Chennai. Then I had an opportunity to work with at the IIT also, where your founder also studied. I did some research for 2 years. That is in hospital information system. That means it's called, let's say that you will go to hospital, then your doctor sees you, and he prescribes some medications, and by punching a couple of, keys, he can send the information to pharmacy, to insurance, all of them. That's what we call a hospital information system. And that gave me an idea as what is IIT is one of the prestigious institutions in Chennai, in India. And later on when I went to United States, because actually I went rather late to United States, mainly because of two of my small children. We immigrated when they were 4 and 2.5. And the reason for me going to America is my wife. She was instrumental in taking me out. And several good things I have learned there, and probably I'm going to share with that. And you may expect from me the two diverse cultures. One is India, the other one is United States, and how health is perceived in both the countries. How we perceive health, how they perceive health, what we do, what they do. And as Ranjan was telling superpower, I just made a note. Superpower is the one government that gives you free education, free health, clean air, clean water, a place to reside. That's the superpower, not producing bombs, including America. I strongly condemn that. But United States provides all of this to us. We have clean air, good health in the sense. If you don't have money, you can go to hospital. They'll give you a bill, but you don't have to pay because I don't have money. But if you have money, you have to pay. They are not going to leave you. And the same way you get definitely good water. I'm going to talk about the water also. So that's what you call a superpower. And more than that, let's say that you have 100 people, out of which you have a lot of weapons, etc., and you have 100 adults who are capable or healthy can do what? They can do wonders. There is one gentleman in my native place called Erode. His name is Periyar. He used to say, the human power is the most important power that nobody can beat because you need that behind everything. And that's one thing that most of the countries lack. And the United States is really, worried about the health of people, but they want to give good health. I'm not telling that's a good country because they do a lot of bad things, I know that, but that's beyond the purview of this discussion. So I studied all these degrees and I also taught for a while. Then my wife is still working at the University of, at the State of California. So both my children are there, they're both married. And they are going to be there, but we thought I'll probably come here 4 to 5 months to India, then back to America for 6 to 7 months. Maybe tour and give lectures. And one of the reasons why I started advocating for Ganoderma is that my wife has I think probably left leg arthritis, and one of the problems with arthritis is that the drugs you give is called NSAID, non-steroid anti-inflammatory. That really affects the stomach, esophagus. The esophagus means the one that connects your mouth to your stomach, all this thing. And it produces a lot of bad effects. On the other hand, Dr. Ranjan was telling me, why don't you try that? And she's happy about that. So I have seen that. So I'm convinced. So let's talk about the other things. Okay, until 1970, the United States people, I mean, they're not taking health very seriously. They're taking that as granted. Granted means it's given to you for free for your life. You can do anything you want, you can still survive. But that's not the case. And in 70s, there's a kind of lot of serious health revolution, one may call, that I'm going to talk further. Like they started measuring calories for each and every food. They enacted so many laws that whatever food you're going to give to the public, you'll have to mention what it has. And you'll have to tell how many calories for each serving, means like 120 grams or 100 ml. Let's say you take 100 ml of milk. What are you going to get it? How much of fat? How much of carbohydrate? How much of sugar? All these things. It helps to measure, but in spite of that, 60% of the Americans are obese. Obese means overweight, because they indulge in not only heavy eating, and also in between, let's say in between meals, let's say they go out, let's go and buy a big Coke. You can see jumbo Coke like this. And I think it has a lot of calories. How many of you believe that I don't take either Coke or Pepsi? I'm addicted to this. I take a lot of water. But I'm not telling that you should not take Coke. You take everything in moderation, but please be aware that once you add on calories, it's going to put you in a lot of problem, because calories that will be converted into energy, into fat or muscles. So anything is excess load on the heart. So let me go to the other slide. These are called lifestyle diseases. That means the one that involves your life, like diabetes. And diabetes, I'm not going to dwell with the reasons. There are several factors, genetic, etc., etc. See, my parents are diabetic. I'm not. I don't know why. So probably I was taken after my grandfather. And my lifestyle also may be a cause, because I take only 3 times food. In between, I take a lot of water. And maybe I'm blessed, I don't know, because see, there is a proverb in my language: what you know is the size of the universe, I mean the hand. What you don't know is the size of the universe. That means you know only this much. About medicine, I know only this much. What I don't know about in medicine is about the size of the universe. That's our world, so vast. So we can guess, but the fact is, diabetes is going to stay. And I'm going to tell, my father is 91. Also my mother is, she's 86. Both are diabetic patients. But they have taken food as medicine. I used to make fun of them 30 years back. What, you're taking all this, Daddy? I mean, and he used to always tell, yeah, I have read here, I have read here. And as I get age, I started seeing people. My brother has got diabetes. He started taking a lot of, how many of you know here Tamil language? Yeah, but anyway, there are a couple of vegetables such as bitter gourd. You must have heard about that. And my father used to take it daily, regularly, and it's bitter. But I like it because I like the taste, not because that is healthy. But my father took it because it's healthy. And also, you must have seen that banana tree or plantain tree, the stem of the tree, that also has invaluable, what do you call, fiber, that helps control your cholesterol as well as sugar. I mean, this is what they said. And my father religiously takes it. And if anybody tells, a doctor tells him, not me, let's say Ranjan tells my father, take this, he takes it. He believes them. And maybe that is one of the reasons that he has good, with God's bless, he has got good vision, all that stuff. A little hard of hearing because of the age. But I think anything above 80 is a bonus, I would say. Am I right, Ranjan? Yeah, okay. So food as medicine, I used to make fun of it all the time, but it's not so. Food is medicine. What are the reasons for these lifestyle diseases? You know, in the United States, what they tell, let's say that you go to your doctor, you have diabetes, you have, let's say you have obesity, you have heart disease. You know what they tell? You have to change your lifestyle. What do you mean change your lifestyle? What is the major work for our American husband? Anybody can tell you? His only job is to change the channel after coming home. That is his only job. He comes and sits on the couch. We call couch potatoes. That means he sits, and we have a lazy boy chair. You can and put his leg like that. Change channels constantly. He doesn't see one channel at a time. Always sees channels. 100 channels back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And that's what you call lack of exercise, because you go to work, come home, then sit on the couch. Yeah, you can definitely sit. For example, yesterday was a football match. Yeah, you're allowed to sit, but not on a daily basis, sitting on the couch and then watching that. And even although I say, but I don't sit in front of computer. I mean, in front of the television, but I sit in front of the computer. That's also bad. My wife always tells me, "Come on, let's go for a walk." Yes, let's go. But she is religiously follows that, and she pulled me out. And there are some people who do it voluntarily. Some people don't do it voluntarily. And exercise is one thing you have to have. And as I said, walking is the best. Kind of a fast walking. Slow walking is with the wife will waste. You're going to fight all the time. Okay, you're going to fight, argue everything. Walk fast. There's 30 minutes a day, at least 3 to 4 days a week, and that should be all. And that's the best. And if you know swimming, please swim. That's the best exercise that you didn't know entire. I swim, but my children do it. But a lot of people may not have access to swimming pools here. But so walking is, anybody can do it, So please do that. That's what they say. Change your lifestyle. What is the other lifestyle? Let's say that you smoke. Cut down your smoking or stop it. That's also a lifestyle. You drink daily. Don't drink daily. Drink a couple of days a week. Drink in moderation. These are things they advise. In America they don't stop drinking. It's definitely is bad to the liver. Any amount of alcohol is bad to liver. So as any medications like paracetamol. So you cannot. That culture is different. So take in moderation. Trust me. All of you will be thinking that Americans are drunkards. No, it is not. It is not. They drink in moderation. Trust me. Trust me. They drink in moderation. There are some people who always drink. I mean, the diseases are more, but most of them are educated, they drink. But smoking, I think they are against smoking, thoroughly against. If you're a smoker, you are looked down. No, stay away. Those kind of view. You cannot smoke 30 feet into this building, that building, anywhere. You cannot smoke anywhere. So that's what it is. Change your lifestyle. Be active, reduce your weight. If you talked about BMI, that means your weight and height should match, that. Let's say you're so much, you must be so heavy. You should not be over heavy. It is very easy to reduce weight, trust me. I was all the time, until I graduated, I was 67 kilos. When I got married, my wife is an excellent cook. I went up to 85, 90 kilos. Then she told me, yes, she also stitches well. So typically, they know how tailoring. She expanded my waist. It went up to 38. I cannot expand anymore, so I had to buy new pants. That's a lot of money. Okay, I'll reduce it. I reduced. What is it, Atkinson diet? I'm not going to talk about that. I reduced. And from that time until now, I maintained my weight at 75 kilos. I'm around 6 feet, probably short by half an inch, 5 feet 11 inch or 5 feet 11 and a half. I'm 75 kilos. The reasons being, probably I eat 3 times a day, and I used to eat a lot, but now I cut down, because you have to understand, my digestive system has been working since birth. I'm 63, I'll be 64 by June. So 64 years is going to work. You'll have to give some rest, mind you. So be easy on your tummy, you know. It's nice to eat anything, but be careful. So that's what it's a lifestyle changes, you know. Weight reduction is easy, I'm going to talk about that. It's easily achievable, trust me, it's easily, but you must have the heart. And I'm also going to talk about Ganoderma, how it helps, okay? Let's move. Okay, with respect to food, in the United States, you have to mention what are the, can you hear me with this mic? Okay, so you have to mention what are the calories, what is the composition. The facts have to be declared by, it has been enacted by law, that you have to tell the fact, you cannot bluff. Because punishment is very severe there, you know, and it will be in billions of dollars. So and you can always see, I mean, you know how much you're taking, how much you should not take, what are the things you should take. And so this is the health revolution in United States, but still people are obese. What's the reason? Lack of motivation. If the hardest thing to sell is a health product. On the other hand, I can tell if you, let's say that you do some sale, you'll get 100 of this, you'll be happy to get it. Because you see something, a product in hand. On the other hand, health is, you cannot, you know about the value of health only when you lose it, not otherwise. Do you know your heart is pumping? How many of you know your heart is pumping, by the way? None of us. It is pumping. When you run, you know what you're doing to the heart, you know. So health is definitely one of the things that you have to take it very seriously. Obesity. It's simple. Excess calories. More calories are stored in the body as fat or muscles. People think that if you have muscles, it's good. No, either way it is bad, load on heart. Whether it is muscles or fat, load is load. And so you have to burn more calories. Let's say you eat more, burn it, like walking, exercise, otherwise eat less calories. Can you see that like bank credit and debt? Okay, let's say that your boss gives you $1,000 a day. I'm telling you just a joke, okay? So after 10 days, you'll have $10,000. Let's say you spend $800 daily. How much you going to be reserved? 2,000. Am I right? Will be a balance of $2,000 in bank after 10 days. Your boss gives you $10,000, you spend $8,000, you have a balance of $2,000. The same thing. If your body requires only 2,000 calories and you take 2,200 calories, after 10 days you will have 2,000 calories excess. That is going to be converted into what? Deposit. In bank it's money, in our body it's fat or muscle. Either way. So what's wrong if I put on weight? Nothing. It's not wrong. You're putting a lot of load on the heart. How many of you drive trucks here? Anybody drive trucks or anything like that? Let's say that your truck can take only 10 tons of weight. You add another 3 tons. Does it climb easily? That struggles. The same way your heart struggles. What happens to the heart? Let's say you put on some 5 kilos, the heart becomes bigger, it has to work hard. It's what you call a vicious cycle it goes into. So reduce the weight, reduce the weight, reduce the weight. Salt, a lot of people think the Americans, they're crazy. Their only known spice is salt. You cannot, let's say you go and eat, take a French fry in any McDonald's, it's nothing but salt, salt, salt. They love it. On the other hand, if they take coffee, they take 1 sugar, we take 10 sugars. So they ask, how you can take so many sugar? Then we ask back, how you take so much salt? On the other hand, salt is always dangerous to kidneys. I think he also mentioned. How many of you know that? The cat food, dog food do not have salt in it. The animals they are not supposed to give salt to animals because it kills the kidneys. That is one of the reasons why our dogs die early. It's not because of breed, because there is no salt at all in animal food. They don't give. They have separate food. What we do in India, whatever is left over, we give to the dog. That dog cannot, take the salt. So salt is another dangerous one. Okay, this is what EPA we call it. Whatever you take in this world, whether it's clean air or water, anything, it has pollution. You cannot escape it. let's say you buy some vegetables and you have either pesticide and fertilizer, both are harmful. There are some remnants, it can be absorbed into the, even into the vegetables. So what happens? That is, you're going to consume it, but you cannot help it. You have to. So what has happened in the United States? You can consume so much. They have some scientific calculation. It should be less than this standards. There has to be some standard that even this has got some toxic materials, but this should be with consumable limits. And this is done by research that you cannot consume more. It's simple. I mean, so, but these kind of standards are non-existent. I don't think in third world countries it is not, because the reason is they don't give much importance to health. That's one of the reasons, because people are not health conscious, because they think that they know about health only when it is lost. And that is one of the reasons why organic food is costly. Organic food means they don't use inorganic items like pesticides, fertilizers. It's expensive because, if you put fertilizers and pesticide, you can kill the. On the other hand, if you want to use organic, it has to be, the yield is less and it has less pollutant, so that's expensive. But how many of you can have organic food? It's expensive because you'll have to trust whether it is really organic, and most of the places, in United States, you cannot bluff. If it's organic, it has to be organic. If they find out, the fine will be in billions, so they don't do that.